Most federal employees think that they understand how their retirement works. They know there's a pension, they know there's TSP, they know Social Security is involved somewhere. But when I sit down with them and I ask a few simple questions, things start to get fuzzy. How exactly is your pension calculated? When can you retire? What happens if you leave early? What happens to your spouse if something happens to you? And here's the issue. If you can't clearly explain how your retirement works, you can't confidently make decisions about it. So in this video, I'm going to answer 7 of the most common federal retirement questions I get every single week. Clear, direct, no fluff. Let's start with the foundation.
Welcome to the Federal Retirement Channel, the place federal employees come to get retirement right.
Hey, question number 1. What is FERS actually made up of? Well, FERS stands for your Federal Employee Retirement System, and it has 3 parts. Part 1 is your pension. That's the defined benefit piece. Part 2 is your TSP. That's your defined contribution piece. Part 3 is Social Security. Those 3 pieces are designed to work together, not separately, not independently, together. If you only focus on one and ignore the others, your planning is incomplete. Question number 2, how is your FERS pension calculated? The formula is straightforward. Your high 3 salary multiplied by your years of service multiplied by a pension multiplier. For most people, that multiplier is 1%. If you retire at age 62 or later with over 20 years of service, it becomes 1.1% as your multiplier. Now, if you're in a special provisions position like law enforcement, firefighter, air traffic controller, your pension formula is different, your multipliers are higher, and your retirement eligibility rules are different as well. So don't just assume the standard 1% or 1.1% applies to you. If you're one of these categories and you want help running your specific numbers, reach out to us and we'll help you calculate exactly how your pension works. Now, here's something important. For most federal employees, working 1 additional year, it does increase your pension, but it's usually incremental, it's not life-changing. So retirement timing shouldn't be based solely on squeezing out 1 more percent in your formula. It should be based on your full financial picture, your health, your family goals, whether the income supports your lifestyle. Question number 3, what is high 3 salary? So high 3 is not your last 3 years. It's the highest average of any consecutive 36 months of basic pay in your career. Basic pay includes locality. It does not include overtime bonuses or awards. And if you're in a high earning stretch late in your career, even working a few extra months can impact the high 3 calculation more than you think. Question number 4, when can a federal employee retire? So that depends on your age and your years of service. Most federal employees have a minimum retirement age between 55 and 57, depending on your birth year. You can generally retire with MRA, that's that 56, 57, and 30 years of service, age 60 with 20 years of service, or age 62 with 5 years. Now, there's also something called MRA plus 10, but that comes with a permanent reduction to your pension unless you delay the benefits. And this is where many people misunderstand eligibility versus optimization. Just because you can retire doesn't automatically mean you should, but it also doesn't mean you need to keep working if you're financially ready. Retirement timing is about readiness, not eligibility. Now let's pause here for a second. If you're listening to this and realizing, I didn't know that, you're not behind. Most federal employees were never taught how their system actually works. They just worked in it. But here's the key question. Are you planning your retirement or are you just hoping it works out? Because understanding these basics now can change decisions you make 5 years from now. All right, let's keep going. Question number 5. What is the FERS Annuity Supplement? The supplement is designed to bridge the gap between when you retire and when you become eligible for Social Security at age 62. If you retire on an immediate, unreduced retirement before age 62, you will receive this FERS Annuity Supplement until you reach age 62. However, it is subject to an earnings test. If you work in retirement and you earn above certain limits, that supplement can be reduced or even eliminated. So while the supplement is built into the system, your post-retirement earnings can affect how much of it you actually keep. Question number 6, what happens if you leave federal service before you're eligible to retire? You may qualify for a deferred retirement. That means you can leave federal service, not take your pension immediately, and then claim it later once you meet age requirements. However, a deferred retirement can affect your ability to carry FEHB into retirement. And that's a critical detail many people overlook. Leaving early is not just about your pension formula, it's about your benefits coordination as well. Question number 7, what happens to your pension if you die? At retirement, you choose a survivor benefit option. You can elect 50% survivor benefit, 25% survivor benefit, or potentially none with spousal consent. The larger the survivor benefit, the larger the reduction to your pension while you're alive. The decision is a permanent one once elected. And this is not just a math decision, it's a household income protection decision. So let's zoom out for a moment. Those 7 questions are foundational. If you understand those, you're ahead of most federal employees. But this is only the beginning, because understanding how the system works is step 1. Optimizing how it works for you is step 2. And that's where strategy comes in. If you want help thinking through your specific numbers, your retirement timing, your survivor decisions, TSP coordination, and how it all fits together, that's what we do every single day at Christy Capital. We specialize in helping federal employees make these decisions with clarity and confidence. Go to christycapital.com, click Talk to an Advisor to schedule a conversation. Or if you just want to keep learning, make sure you subscribe, because the next video in this series, we're going to be going over the most common questions about when you can retire, including the rule that most federal employees misunderstand. My name is Stubbs. See you on the next video.